it's really hard not to lose hope with everything going on. But what do you really think? What do you think we could do? Like people living on. Let's start with people living on the land. We could also talk about what our governments could do.
I think we need to spread. Look, we cannot right now influence the Israeli government or the Palestinian or Hamas, or there's very limited aspect to what you and me can do. But one thing we definitely can do is there is a feeling, and I think when I talk to people who don't know the stories of Israelis and Palestinians being together right now, there is a feeling that, oh, it doesn't exist. There's only one alternative. The alternative is a continuous war. And I think we need to show that there is a third way. We need to show there's an alternative. And that means all of us who can tweet, who can talk to people, who can tell stories. There are so many stories that are heartbreaking right now, but also can lead you to have a little bit of hope. And those are stories I would be spreading. I can tell you one from yesterday where one of the people killed, Chaim Katzman, who's also a peace activist, and his family made it very clear that they don't want his death to be used to promote. So his brother was on TV yesterday on CNN, and he said, I just want to make sure people don't take this story and run with it to say, let's go and basically kill more Palestinians. These are the stories we should be highlighting. These are the stories we should be spreading. And that's the least each of us can do right now, is tell a different story, because everyone else, like we don't need to spread the news of what's really happening, because there are so many people who are doing it. We need to think of what's missing, what's the voices that are missing. Israelis need to see people like me, Palestinians need to see people like you right now, and that's terribly missing, and internationals need to see us together.
Right. Very much agree. Out of everything happening in the continent around Israel and Palestine, how many conversations are there between Israelis and Palestinians? Right? It's almost unheard of. I said this on the stream yesterday because we were talking to Mohammed from Gaza, but I'd like to get to the point where this conversation between us is not interesting because so many people are doing it, right? People tune into Sulha because it's so unique, it's novel. Where else can they find Israelis and Palestinians sitting and having a conversation, engaging respectfully? We should create a world where this is really the norm. There's so many people spreading like information about how the other side's bad, or a certain type of message of really fear and anger. I've been doing content, and most of my content is focusing on messages that give us hope, things that inspire us, or just a different reconciliatory approach to things. People actually have gotten angry at me, and you know as well as I do, we can't do what we're doing without being hated on. It's impossible. When you humanize someone's enemy, you become the enemy. That's what I've discovered. But people reached out and said, now's not the time to talk peace. Now's not the time for this. Now's the time to show the world how evil Hamas is. And there's millions of people on both sides trying to paint the other side as evil. There's very few trying to give people hope and comfort during these challenging times, right? So obviously we shouldn't apologize for our approach. We need more people doing this. If you recognize that fear and anger doesn't lead us to better decision-making, it leads us to worse decision-making.